So, you're hired with SayABC. Now what? Hello everyone, this is Danielle Iwata here, and this is all about new teacher tips. You've just gotten hired with SayABC and you are ready to go. First of all, congratulations on being hired. As you can already appreciate, it's a thorough application process and it's a huge achievement to be hired with SayABC. I wanted to make this video to walk you through the most common issues or questions that new teachers happen to have, and also to link you to some of the best online resources as a new SayABC teacher. So, you've been hired. Step number 1, fill out your paperwork. You will have a couple of documents that you have to sign. My way that I use is a site called PDF Buddy. They give you a free credit when you sign up, so you could sign it and download the PDF and send it back to SayABC. That's one option. Or another option, if you have a printer and a scanner, print out your contract, sign it and scan it back to SayABC. They will also ask you for a copy of your diploma, your ESL teaching certificate if applicable. Again, you can scan that or just take a picture with your cell phone and email it to them. They'll also ask you for a copy of your passport or government issued ID. Again, a scan or a picture is acceptable. And also, they will ask you for your bank account number. So you need the name the bank is under, your routing number, and your bank number itself. You could usually just find that with your online bank account. Number 2, you're ready to teach, but they won't know that you're available unless you have your time slots open. This is very important. Majority of the classes that will be available are called homeroom classes. Homeroom classes are scheduled in day pairings. It's the same set of students for 9 continuous classes in day pairings. The day pairings are Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, and they also have pairings on Saturday and Sunday. So to make this simpler, you can do this right in your portal. Let's shoot through to the portal and I will show you what I suggest. So we're here in the portal. Go ahead and click our time slots and it will bring you directly to something called a scheduling wizard. Scheduling wizard, which schedules you 5 up to 14 weeks in advance, and it opens all your slots. So let's say you know you can teach this time every Monday and Thursday. Click that and hit next 14 weeks, and that opens up your availability for that period, ensuring that you can be scheduled for homeroom classes. Hint, hint, if you're not getting booked for homerooms, make sure you're available or you've put your availability open in day pairings. Tip number 3, take it slow.
Take it slow.
I understand, I have been there. You've just got hired, you're ready to go, you want to get fully booked, and you're just ready to take on this job. If I could give you a little tip, don't open up every single one of your bookings, because there's a chance that you're gonna get booked for every single slot. And it can be overwhelming. Put a gap between your classes. For example, if I'm teaching 5 to 5:40 a.m., I wouldn't teach the next slot of 5:50 to 6:30. I'd leave that empty, so have a gap between classes. Your pacing might be off. You might go over a bit on your classes, and that's okay. But it's not okay if you have a class in 10 minutes and you have gone 8 minutes over, and then you only have 2 minutes to go to the bathroom, get something to drink, submit feedback, and get in your next class. Give yourself time to catch your stride and pace. If you work for multiple ESL companies, I also would suggest not to schedule yourself with multiple companies in the same day. Once you catch your stride and you have your rhythm, I'm sure you can do multiple companies in one day. I just would hate for you to put yourself in a position of missing a class or something going wrong and chaotic and you having a bad experience. So I would. Number 4, prep time. When I first got hired for SayABC, honestly, I was spending about a good 10 to 15 minutes for each class preparing. I don't suggest that. That is too much. If you do that consistently, you're gonna get burned out. Spending 15 minutes for a 40-minute class, it's overkill, you're gonna get burned out, and frankly, you're not getting paid for that time, so work smarter, not harder. I would keep it 5 to 10 minutes max for each class preparation. Prepare for your lessons, yes, but don't go overkill. Would focus more on basic ESL strategies. Practice, practice, practice the TPR, speaking slowly, smiles, gestures. Those things are classic, timeless techniques that you will use in every class. You don't want to plan out every single second and minute of the lesson because there's no room for spontaneity. What if they want to talk more? What if they want to extend? If you have every minute planned out, you're not going to be natural. You're going to be so jittery with nerves trying to ensure that you do every single thing. Tip number 5, time management. I went way over on my first couple of classes. Looking back, it's because I spent too much time in the beginning slides, the introduction slides and the class rules slides and the warm-up or the review slides. As you work with SayABC, you'll realize that the intro slide, the class rules, and the review slide are universal to almost all lessons. So don't spend too much time. Quick hello, welcome to class, hello, hello. Move on. The next slide is usually the class rules. This will be in every lesson. It's been in every homeroom lesson that I've seen. You drag a student up for each rule, have them read it quickly, and move on. Similar with the review or the warm-up slide, that is not the meat of the lesson. So don't spend too much time on that. Note, you do have to do each slide of the PowerPoint, but you do not have to do each activity on the PowerPoint. Plan your lesson accordingly. I will be working on a new video on time management strategies in the SayABC classroom, so please subscribe to keep posted for when that video comes out. Tip number 6, feedback. I highly suggest doing it right after class. Once you exit the class and you go about your day, that time moves by quickly, and before you know it, it's past the 12-hour mark and you haven't done your feedback, which does have negative implications for you as a teacher and receiving your bonus. Even if you have back-to-back classes, I would suggest trying to end on time and getting that feedback in for that class while it's still fresh before you go on to your next class. For trial classes, you have to give feedback for each student every trial class. For homeroom classes, you give feedback classes 1, 3, 6, and 9. Do not go overboard with your feedback. Keep it simple. Remember that. Address the student by name, personalize each student. Let's say something specific that they did well. I thought Tommy did a good job in class matching the word sound to the letter. That was something specific. Then something specific that they could work on. In the future, I would like to see Tommy speaking in full sentences. For example, instead of red, I would like him to say, the ball is red. Speaking in complete sentences will help him improve his English confidence level, something like that. I look forward to seeing Tommy next time in class. See you soon, Teacher Dan. Something simple like that. Tip number 7, reward cards. Be sure that you know how to use that function. You can give it to the students individually, or you can give it to the class as a whole. 99.999% of my classes, I've given out all 20 of my reward cards, so each of my students have their 5 reward cards. They do feel badly if they don't get it. It seems like a small detail for us as teachers, but it's a big thing for the student, and it helps them ensure that they've had a positive class environment, they feel successful. My first couple classes, I had a sticky note on the side of my computer, reward cards, to give me a reminder that don't forget that part, because I was so focused on teaching and using the PowerPoint and this and that, but I forgot to give reward cards. So don't forget about that part. Number 8, a big question I get, how can I maximize my bookings? Standby classes and substitute classes. Once you go on standby, you have the option of subbing for teachers who don't show up to their class, who have technical problems, and a lot of my homeroom classes and a lot of many other teachers' homeroom classes have been given as a result of being substitute classes. If you want to maximize your bookings or get even more, those are what I can suggest for you. Tip number 9, and one of the main topics of this video, what resources are available to you as a new teacher with SayABC? If you applied under somebody's link and you are their referral, that person is a great resource to you. Reach out to them. They are already a hired teacher and will have some good tips to help you get through the process. Make them work for it. They do get incentivized if you get hired, so hey, they are a great resource for you to go to. For me personally, the best way for my referrals to get in contact with me is via email. So if you have a referring teacher, email them. Another amazing resource for you new teachers is the official SayABC Teachers Group. SayABC itself is an admin. They do moderate the group. I will link that group below. You can click on it. Just a suggestion for you. Try searching first before making a new post. Use the search feature in that group. If you have a question about something, I can almost guarantee you that many others have had that same question. You are not alone. And if you search the group using that feature, the search feature, then you could probably figure out the answer without having to make a new post. There's also other smaller SayABC groups, maybe SayABC based on a location. You can search on Facebook and figure out whatever works best for you if you like a smaller Facebook group. But what I can recommend is the official SayABC teachers group. I personally am not that active on there, but it has been a huge resource for me as a newbie and for my other referrals as well. Another resource for new teachers is a website called Zendesk. It is basically a catch-all for all of your SayABC questions or doubts you may have. I'll be honest, guys, when I got hired, I didn't know about Zendesk. Maybe it was in the email, I just missed it. I saw something on a Facebook group, the SayABC official Facebook group, about making sure you go on Zendesk. So I clicked on it, and all of these questions that I had were there. And I will just want to show you what it is like. They have different categories that you can click on, and it's an amazing resource. It shows you what props you could use, what is TPR, how to deal with classroom issues, and much, much more. So please check that out. And my last tip, tip number 10, is to be patient and positive. Be patient with having your classes get booked to you. These things take time. And it's like building your business with SayABC. So whenever you do get a class, do your best job possible and continue to be a top-notch teacher. And be patient, the classes will come to you. Right now we're entering SayABC's slow season. So maybe you're not gonna get as booked as you wish. Continue to be patient and continue working through even the slow period. And also be positive. Don't let one bad experience or one bad or chaotic class or problematic student set the vibe for your whole SayABC experience. I've had awful classes, I've had horrible classes, but honestly, the good classes, the pros, far outweigh the cons. And my experience with SayABC has been overall positive. Not perfect. There have been blips and bumps in the road, yes, for sure. A lot of life is being positive and choosing to see the good in the world, and in this case, SayABC. Nothing is perfect, but I highly suggest having that positive outlook. And if you do so, I think your experience as a new teacher will be overall good. I've linked any Facebook group links or the links for the Zendesk website below in the description. If you have any tips of your own for new teachers, please feel free to comment below. If you are a new teacher and I didn't get to go over something, or there's a question that you have, you can feel free to comment below. And I've also left my email below. You can feel free to reach me at my email. I try to be prompt in answering, but sometimes I don't get to my emails as promptly as I wish. So be patient and positive with me too. I hope this has been helpful. I really enjoy making these videos to help and keep in touch and reach out to my teacher community. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.